Princess Witch had just woke up after her trip or her quest to get the brown crystal. She had gotten the brown crystal after she had impressed the dwarves with her magic powers and fireworks and solving a puzzle and defeating a rock monster and a giant bat. She went down to breakfast and met her mom and dad, the king and queen witch. They were already eating. She sat down and told them all about her adventures with the brown crystal and how she had to use the magic potion they had given her. King Witch said, "Oh, yes, another great adventure for a princess. I hope you have some more to go on." And Queen Witch said, "Yes, honey, that is great. Make sure you eat up your breakfast so you can be strong on your next adventure." "What is it, anyways?" Well, Princess Witch said she had to run back to the King Dwarf to give her more of the magic power for the fireworks to keep her end of the promise. And she said that he had told her that he would reveal where the orange crystal would be in order for her to obtain that next. So she ate up her breakfast real quick. She grabbed her wand, she grabbed her broom, and she grabbed her sword, her shield, and her bronze grappling hook. She was about to head out the door when, all of a sudden, the king and queen witch stopped her. "Honey, we have a magic potion for you." And she said, "Oh, what is it?" "It's a potion for courage. You may encounter something that is very scary, and you need extra courage to get through this task. We know what awaits you with the orange crystal. There's another new magical creature that you haven't met yet, but we'll leave it up to you to find out." So Princess Witch said, "Thank you very much. I'm on my way." And she flew out the door. She flew back to the mountain and went down the mine shaft and met the king with a magical potion for more fireworks. The Dwarf King said, "Thank you very much. Your next task is the orange crystal, is it not?" Princess Witch said, "Yes, it is. Where do I have to start looking?" And the Dwarf King said, "Well, there are creatures that are like humans, and they're even smaller than us. They're very whimsical and magical. These are the gnomes. They're funny little people, quirky and kind of hard to understand. So, you'll have to find them. They hang out near the Mushroom Kingdom. Do you remember where that is?" Princess Witch said, "Of course I remember. That's where I got the pink crystal and learned my fairy powers. I'm off at once. Thank you very much." "No, thank you for these magical fireworks. We will bedazzle all our guests. I hope you come back and visit us one day." So, Princess Witch flew off towards the Mushroom Kingdom at the edge of the forest that was in the flower meadows and prairie. She flew and flew some more. She found the mushroom trail, as she did before. She really wanted to say hi to all the fairy kingdoms, but she had a mission. She had to find the gnomes. She went into the forest and followed the mushroom trail deep into the forest. It wasn't in the same direction as the fairy kingdom, but it was close. Finally, she got to the end of the mushrooms. She was deep in the forest. It was dark. All of a sudden, she saw little tiny men. They looked kind of like dwarves. They had pointy hats, but they were like the size of a little bigger than the fairies. She said, "Excuse me, Mr. Gnome." "What is it?" "We are busy building." Princess Witch said, I need your help. I'm looking for the orange crystal. Can you help me? Oh my goodness, orange crystal? No one's been coming in to look for that in a long time. Not since our problem with the giants have occurred. They have taken the crystal. We don't know what to do. I will take you to our gnome council. Follow me. She followed and followed. They had to go across a mechanical bridge, and she was wondering all about what the gnomes were like. She said they are kind of quirky. The gnomes took her, and along the way they had to take a little raft down the river, and they found a little area where there was a little kingdom of gnomes. It was well off the beaten track, and the whole kingdom was filled with metals and gears and all kinds of gadgets. She had never seen anything quite like it. She didn't know what half of the stuff did, but there was a lot of automation and little robots that were set up to do little tasks. The gnomes had built quite a kingdom here, she thought. So she sat with the gnome council, and she told them all about her quest to become the most powerful witch ever. She told them that she had found many crystals and acquired many magical powers, along with magical items and met magical creatures. The gnome council had told her, we do support a magical queen witch and a princess witch, but we have lost the orange crystal a long time ago. The giants have taken it, and despite our numbers, we are very small, and we have tried to build large robots to fight the giants, but we have not had much success. So, she said, I will help you in your quest to defeat the giants. Where are they? The gnome said, this forest goes to the edge of the mountains. We must go there. I will show you. The giants live at the base of the mountain, and we think they have a small area where they have kept the orange crystal from us, despite our many attempts at getting it. We have tried different ways. We've tried a little railroad and train to sneak past them, but they hear our trains, and they destroy them. Luckily, they're just machines that we have built, but we don't know how to get past them. We have tried building big robots to beat them, but they aren't strong enough. So she said, I can fly past them, and I can get this crystal. So she followed the gnomes to the edge of the forest at the base of the mountain, and there they could see where the giants had been living. The gnome said, be careful around here. At this point, anyone that walks out of the forest, then the giants will see you. The princess thought to herself, oh, I have to become small like you guys. I will become a fairy and fly past them, and then I will grab the crystal and get on our way. Ah, yes, we have also tried the fairy kingdom, and they have not had much luck. But you can give it a try. Good luck. We'll send in our robot machine to distract them. Okay, she thought. The gnomes set up one of their latest machine robots and set it on a course towards the giants' camp. All of a sudden, huge giants started pouring out from the camp. There were 3 of them. Blah, blah. Who disturbs our camp? It is another one of these gnomes' creations. Oh boy, princess, you better go now. They've run the scent of our machine. He won't last very long. Even his automated punches and kicks will not do much damage to them. They usually only last about 5 minutes. We try our best, though. She became a fairy and flew off around the backside of the camp. As the giants were following the robots outside the camp, she saw in one of their large bags something gleaming. It was the orange crystal. She had found it. But, she thought, it's going to be hard to get it out of here. All of a sudden, she heard a large crash. Oh boy, she thought. I don't think that machine robot that the gnomes made lasted very long at all. I think that was it being destroyed. Then she heard footsteps outside the camp. Oh, another one of those robots. I wish those gnomes would stop what they're doing. It's a waste of time. We have the orange crystal now, and there's nothing they can do about it. Uh-oh, Princess Witch thought. I'm not doing too well because I thought that robot machine would last longer. So she said, I will just have to confront the giants and tell them what they're doing is wrong. They should not have stolen the crystal, and they need to be nice to those nice little gnomes. They're just trying to advance technology, just like I'm trying to advance my magical skills. So she grew back to normal size, and she had the orange crystal already. She stepped out from the camp and said, Hey, giants! She had not seen them prior to this. They were huge! She looked up. There was nothing she could do about it. What is this? A puny little princess witch? We will crush you. Oh no, she thought. How am I going to fight something so big? She hopped on her broom and started using magic. She flung a magic missile at it. She used a lightning spell. She even had her sword and shield. Ting, ting, ting. Ha 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 ha, the giant said. Nothing like this could defeat us. You are minuscule. You are nothing more than an overgrown gnome. Ha 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 ha. This made Princess Witch mad. I will help my friends the gnomes, and I will get rid of you. She grabbed her magic potion that was supposed to give her full of confidence, for she was scared of the giants. She drank the potion. I don't know how confident I feel. All of a sudden, her arms and legs started growing bigger. Her head started growing bigger. She got huge, just like the giants. She became a giant princess witch. Oh my goodness, she thought. I'm just as big as you guys now. And her wand and her broomstick had grown as well. She hopped on. She was huge. The giants started becoming the scared ones. They had never seen such magic. Whoa, what is this? How could this be? She blasted them with another spell. Boom, 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 boom. One of the giants fell, and he ran off towards a mountain cave. The other two stuck around and fought her longer, but she had a giant silver shield and a sword. Ching, ching, ching. They started hurling rocks at her. She thought, even though I'm big, I can still get a little hurt. She cast a protection spell and shielded herself with her silver shield. She used a grappling hook to swing around the backsides, and she slammed into their backs and caused them to trip and fall. They were rolling down towards the forest. Just then the gnomes came out of the forest. Thank you, Princess Witch. We have it from here. They had mechanical crossbows that flung arrows attached to ropes that flung over the giants. There were hundreds of them, thousands of them. The gnomes were prepared. They seized the opportunity and wrapped up the giants with their ropes and hauled them back into the forest and took the giants in for trial. Ha! We did it! Hip hip hooray! The gnomes can always win. Thank you, Princess Witch. You are always welcome in our kingdom. You can come visit us and our prisoners! Ha ha ha! And they scrambled back into the forest. Princess Witch shrunk down to her normal size. She said, Whoa, that was such a cool spell. Magic potion. I've never been so big. And it really helped fighting some giants. So she went back to the gnomes and said, Thank you so much for all your help. And she took off back to her castle back to the Witch Kingdom, and she had the orange crystal, and when she got back, it was just in time for dinner. So she sat down with her mom and dad, the king and queen witch, and had dinner. And then after dinner, she went up to her room and fell asleep. The end.